One thing that doesn't change is you ask two people in the newsroom to put together a video. They're the only ones with the speaking parts in it. Oh well. That was indeed the worst flood in Tennessee's history, and the region is still picking up the pieces to some extent. It was also a time for our staff to serve our community in ways that were both traditional and new. We were able to move beyond aggressive news coverage and enterprise reporting and into a new relationship with readers. As you saw in the video, we used social media to change the relationship between journalist, story subject, and audience. That video showed the situation we faced. It showed it, I think, pretty well. Water inundated homes and cars and businesses, schools and hotels. Furniture, clothes, toys, and generations' worth of memories drifted out of homes and disappeared into fast-moving, murky water. Even when the rain stopped, the Cumberland River kept rising. Levees were breached, highways washed away. City neighborhoods and rural communities were isolated, thousands lost power, many were forced to evacuate. Local institutions from Opryland to Nashville's Symphony Hall were swamped. Billions of dollars in property damage throughout the region led to federal disaster designations for a dozen counties. Tourism and the music industry were literally underwater. At the Tennessean, many of our staffers, including those trapped in their neighborhoods or whose homes were ruined, braved dangerous conditions to cover the devastation. As we typically do with breaking news, we asked residents to contribute to coverage. But a new relationship quickly developed. To explain a bit of what you saw in the video, our efforts began with using YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to engage the community. Residents shared information about specific issues on a city block level, along with their still and video images. We reached new audiences by building a relatively simple, as we called it, emergency blogcast widget for community bloggers to post our latest headlines and stories on their sites. We let emergency workers and others know about problems as residents spotted them. Both staffers and residents, as you saw in the video, used an interactive map on our site to chart incidents and information in real time. Months later, a fire department lieutenant thanked the newspaper for the constant stream of updates on our website and for Twitter feeds. He helped us get to the most acute areas faster than anyone else, he said. You are our eyes and ears. Well, that "you" referred to both our staff and our partners in the community. This is important. We were journalists, but we were also curators and partners with the people we covered. Our journalism sat at the center of a web of interactive coverage, serving as a catalyst for community action. Our coverage wasn't based in our building. It was based wherever a user was at a particular moment. That's important. We helped people connect with information they needed. Reporters and editors conducted live web chats with the United Way and FEMA officials, answering residents' questions. At one point, about 3 days in, the Red Cross told callers to use our website for consumer information rather than theirs. We just had more stuff. We did a lot of traditional journalism as well, and journalism that brought results. Our investigation into the way the Army Corps of Engineers managed 2 dams prompted a congressional inquiry and changes in their procedures. Our reporting on communications problems involving the Army Corps, the National Weather Service, state and local officials led to new approaches. And an investigation into the building of residential and commercial developments in floodplains led the Nashville City Council to change floodplain development requirements. Readers thanked us. Emergency workers thanked us, and even some of the people criticized in our enterprise, such as some folks with the Army Corps of Engineers, thanked us for at least suggesting solutions. I'd like to offer a couple of thank yous of my own. Since 1986, I've been privileged to work for a company that knows no limits when it comes to serving its communities with important journalism when it really counts, when the community really needs it. A company that encouraged us to always find new ways to engage audiences. So thank you, Gannett. And I'd also like to thank my wife, Lori, Rick, Kim, Amy, and David for letting me spend countless hours playing newspaper hours that I should have spent with them. Thanks finally to the National Press Foundation for the recognition. I gladly accept it on behalf of all of the Tennessean journalists. Thank you.